Hey, what is up, people? We are jumping back in today into Yakuza Like a Dragon. If you saw the quizzes yesterday, yes, fisticuff. I don't know what there is to life now. Except, I guess, to actually continue the plot of the game. Aaron, I was sad you weren't there yesterday. There was a pharmacology section that, I think you would have been very good at. I mean, other than missing you on the stream. You also would have been good at this pharmacology section as well. Hello, Jellens. Hello, people. As you come in, let us see what is going on. So I think I'm gonna drop off. So if you're catching up now after kind of a ways of not seeing what I've been doing on stream, I have amassed a small fortune. Actually, let me see. Let me make sure. This is. I think I actually loaded the wrong save file, so we're going to jump in here. Yes, the one that has. I'm realizing that the save file that I meant to load has 13 more hours on it. Whoops, here, let me load. Why are you not letting me load the one? Then, oh dear, I think I may have just messed up a little bit. Let me see. But yeah, we're gonna actually go and continue the plot tonight. We're gonna see what is going on here. We're going to, I don't know where I am supposed to be going, actually. So let us pull that up and go here. But yeah, I kind of have forgotten completely what is happening in the game at this point, because it has been so long. So a week without streaming is just bananas. It's just a lot of time to go without without playing a game. You know, it was only maybe 5 days or so. But how long was I gone for? But it feels like a very long amount of time. Jellens, that is not appropriate. Please see the rules. No weirdness toward anybody, streamers or mods. No unsolicited messages, etc. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. Thank you very much, Aaron. And as a reminder, the words mods are the words of the mods are final. So thank you very much. Yes, an 8-headed boy. Oh, 8-headed boy, you are the one that did the ban. Thank you very much. Excellent. Well, what a fun start back. No, I'm just kidding. It is actually. I'm quite excited to be back. Because again, it just felt like so long that I had gone without, you know, I almost kind of don't remember what's happening in the plot at this point. But it's all good. But, you know, I was a little not sure if this is what I wanted to play tonight, just because one of the other things I was considering doing is what do you call it? Is doing like a Sweater's favorite streams of the year kind of thing, where I might end up, you know, sort of talking about some of my favorite games of the year. So there's a lot of games I played this year that were not games that I actually streamed, and I think it would be kind of fun to, like, you know, I like almost kind of don't remember what's happening in the plot at this point. But it's all good. But you know, I was actually a little not sure if this is what I wanted to play tonight, just because one of the other things I was considering doing is what do you call it? I think it might be fun to actually go and talk about some of those games. So, you know, I've mentioned some of them on stream before, but, you know, you haven't necessarily seen them if you haven't played them. So, you know, like one of them is Hades. I feel like I talk about constantly. I've never actually played it on stream. I played Ooblets for a bit on stream, but not very much, and that was definitely one of my favorites of the year. I don't know, what are all of your favorites of the year? Like, what are some of the best games that you played this year? I'm playing Control right now, which I know I've talked about on stream, and that is absolutely one of my favorite games that I've played this year. Not necessarily one of my favorite games of all time, although it's very, very good. You know, I've talked about it before. It's kind of like just this weird, like, competence fantasy about, you know, like at this point in the game, the point of the game I'm in is just like I'm playing the DLCs and I'm just kind of running around without any spoilers, just with these very exciting power sets that you get from the game. But yeah, I don't know, and I think that game came out last year, so I feel like this year too, when I think about the year in games, it's kind of like, well, I don't know really necessarily what games came out this year, unless it's something like Animal Crossing that's really tied to a particular part of the year. I feel like everything has just like bled in from last year, and will continue to do so from this year. I don't know. But I have played a lot of games. That was the positive, I think, of this year, is I really, like, got through a lot of them.
You may enter.
Thank you, Chairman Hoshino. Captain Takabe said it would be okay for us to talk?
I heard. And I believe I already know why you've come.
I totally don't remember what's happening.
Done us a great service.
Does anyone remember what's happening in this game? I've like completely forgotten.
Is that when the Seiryu clan's gonna pull through?
I can't say for sure yet. About 20 to 30% of our men defected to the Omi. And the ones who stayed are grumbling behind my back. And it's hard to blame them. They just found out the Ijincho standoff was all a sham.
Zhao told me he's giving up his position as the leader of the Liumang. Songhui is going to lead them.
Yes, I know.
You just know everything, huh?
Not everything. But I'll tell you what I do.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, this seems like a really important moment, and I don't remember what's happening right now.
Alliance.
What?
For people who had nowhere to live outside the gray zones, the Great Wall of Muscle was their only protection. Now it's crumbling. That's a matter of life or death for them. Already rumors are flying into Jincho's political circles. Rumors that Ogikubo's lost his touch. I'm sure Aoki got those whispers going. He never lets a good crisis go to waste.
Oh, really?
Aoki knows it would destroy the party if it ever revealed their chair, Ogikubo, forged money for years. Now Aoki can easily blackmail Ogikubo and force him to step down. Aoki will become the new party chair.
I don't get it. Why does he want to take Ogikubo's place so bad?
The party chair manages elections, so in that
Okay,
role,
so Aoki is the young master,
anyone he wants.
reincarnated,
He'll control the ruling party.
in a new name.
Therefore, he'll control the nation.
The whole country will be under his thumb?
And we're trying to prevent that.
Yes. Especially if I'm right about his next move.
But why am I talking to this
I
guy?
think he's gonna try to dissolve.
I'm gonna have to like go back and watch videos because I honestly can't remember.
Dissolve Parliament? At a time like this? That's insane.
Prime Minister, I understand how you must feel, being unable to rely on Ogi Kubo-sensei. But honestly, I have the power to support you better than he ever could. If an election were held today, I could guarantee you 2/3 of the seats. Minimum.
Do you have a solid plan for doing that?
Yes. I'll send Bleach Japan to the districts where the Citizens' Liberal Party is weakest. Bleach Japan can influence votes anywhere. They're incredibly popular. Plus, they have my endorsement. A victory for the party would, of course, move your
Okay, I'm slowly remembering.
personal political goals forward.
Oh.
Tell me, do you think you have the power to maintain
So
the
we're
party's
trying to
stability
prevent the
right
Omi
now?
Alliance /
We don't want it breaking
Aoki,
up for lack of support.
aka the Young
Ogi
Master,
Kubo-sensei.
You can talk that way to the house, but not to me.
plus the Omi Alliance from breaking down what we have here in Yokohama.
Appoint me to party chair and hold an election. If you don't, I'll be forced to make public the nature of Ogi Kubo-sensei's crimes. That would mean the end of not only your administration, but the party itself.
But there's no precedent for someone serving as both governor and party chair. Besides, you're much too young.
If age is what you want, start digging for some old fossil who can stop me. That is, if you think you can find me. Anyone in particular come to mind?
Aoki's scheme to destroy the Great Wall worked. Now he's got Mabuchi and the Omi at his command.
What happened to Mabuchi? Did we kill him?
So much power. Vested in
See, this plot
one
is just so, it's so like soap opera
man. Had to be
convoluted.
Masato Arakawa.
Hey Rai, what is up? Welcome. Yes, most of all a part-time hero. How could the Arakawa-san I once knew become a part of this? I'm wondering kind of what the over-under is on,
It was pure coincidence that you were there when the soap landed.
the over-under is on him
Wouldn't you
being,
agree?
like,
Yep. Lucky me.
an actually evil
One
guy,
thing
or,
I
you know, like, I don't know.
believe
I don't know what to
is
think about
coincidence.
that.
Is that
What do you think,
ended
chat?
up in Eugene
Is Crime
Show.
Dad gonna come around?
What do you mean?
We spent so much time with
You
him.
still have that fake bill.
Oh, I do. You know I do. It's the plot device I carry everywhere.
Yeah. Didn't you say you knew how it ended up on me?
Yes. Only one person in the world could have put that bill in your pocket.
Who? Who is it?
Masumi Arakawa himself.
Dun dun!
Arakawa-san.
Why is he the
No,
only
I-
person in the world that could
He's
put
the
that
one
in
who
there?
shot me.
Yeah, Crime Dad's playing some kind of long game, I feel
Where
like.
he shot you.
We spent so much time, we
Did you
spent
ever
time in his
consider that
childhood when he was in the
maybe
Kabuki
that's how you
theater,
ended
like...
up here?
Oh!
That fake bill was his letter of introduction between you and me. It was to let me know that you were one of Masumi Arakawa's men.
Oh.
Kind of a weird way to introduce us, don't you think?
Like he's
I
like,
think
I
what it
shot
means
you.
is Arakawa's goal
You didn't
was to
die on
align
purpose.
with those of Ryo Aoki.
Well then, what are Arakawa's goals?
I really can't say, but I do know that he means business. He would have
Oh my
used
gosh,
that bill
Arakawa
if
is
he
gonna have to fight his son.
Chairman,
Crime Dad,
how exactly do you know
Choose me.
Arakawa-san?
your real son, not the young master.
Well, that's a long story. And there's a much better place than here to tell it. Heian Tower.
Heian Tower.
Yes. That's where my fate intertwined with Arakawa's. He sure seems to be partial to Peking.
No, Peking duck is death. We've established in this game, people
Let's have
die
it
when
for
they eat
lunch
Peking
tomorrow.
duck.
My treat. I'll make the reservation.
The Kabuki theater represents the mask he used to hide his emotion and intentions. Right, you are like... I think you've just cracked the mystery. Like, I think you've just solved this game. That is gonna be like the core symbolism of the game. The theater. Which I like, honestly. It really follows this game. You know, I'm gonna... I guess we don't have any social links, drink links.
Listen.
Oh wait, these are plot conversations. It wasn't chance you came to Eugene show. While you were bleeding out from a gunshot wound, I was working my ass off to find the tools to treat you. The one who told me to treat you was none other than the chief. Oh my gosh, is the chief also like an undercover homeless person? He's not what he seems.
Huh.
Yo.
Hey.
Your Peking duck date. I read that as your Peking duck fate, which is like pretty accurate to what happens when Peking duck is consumed in this game. The face scar is the scar that won't heal no matter much he tries to mend the relationship between his biological son. Yeah, I think Raya, you could pretty much write this game at this point, I think. All right. Let's do this thing. You know, Rye, I've been meaning to ask you, did you ever finish the,
Watch me.
did you ever finish the Mario Switch game? The Origami King. The name of it is escaping me. I remember you had asked me if I had ever gotten back to that. I'm trying to decide if it's worth bouncing back to or not. Peking duck. Who's hungry? But yeah, a friend of mine texted me and asked if I had finished it, because she wanted to talk about something that happened. And I was like, I shamefully did not get very far in that game at all. Half the time when I think about games, I just have to think about, like, what is the thing, what other game did I get distracted by? Which is always the reason I don't finish it. Is it worth finishing? Is it worth playing through? You enjoyed it? Okay, so that's another vote. I think maybe the reviews and stuff I heard about it kind of put me off to it a little bit, but I actually do think it sounds really cool.
Watch me.
And I don't know, like, it seems so lighthearted. I don't know. I feel like I'm just in the mood for more, like, humorous games right now. I don't know. So we say goodbye to 2020. Yeah, that was kind of the thing that killed me about it, was that ring battle system. I don't know if anyone else in chat played that game or not, but I found it to be just kind of, like, tedious and not super fun. And I don't know, I think if a game has bad combat or systems, it's kind of, I find it kind of hard to play. I started playing a game on Switch yesterday. I won't say what it is because it's an indie developer. I don't want to put on blast or anything. But I really enjoyed the aesthetics and a lot of things about the game. But like I think the port was just weird. on Switch, and I don't know, I feel like it's not the first bad Switch port I've played.
Chief,
I don't remember where I was going with that, but
my friend's got some
sometimes I have a little
about the day I was dumped in
caution
this
about
thing.
buying ports for Switch, just because sometimes
I
they
want to know why you didn't just
feel a little
abandon
rushed.
him,
I don't know.
dump him at a hospital. If you don't mind telling us. I'm
Yeah,
we'd
Chief,
all
who are
appreciate
you?
it.
The whole gameplay versus story. Yeah, I almost wish I could just like skip the combat and see the story of that game, because it does look so cute. Okay, let's see.
Fine. I'll tell you. It's as good a time as any.
What?
There's an old tradition in this homeless camp. A responsibility passed down through the chiefs for many years.
What responsibility?
On occasion, when we're asked, we dispose of bodies.
Dun dun!
What?
Bodies?
Yeah. There's a Yakuza family from Kamurocho who pays us to do it. They're called Arakawa.
Arakawa? Seriously? They, was this going on while they
I like how
were
they're
still
always
Tokyo?
so surprised when like a crime thing happens.
But yes,
Like they're murdering
the
people and
arrangement
hiding
existed
bodies?
at that time.
What?
It existed before I started living
I
here.
thought they were honorable.
We've dealt with all kinds of bodies. With a shot, stabbing, no matter how nasty. We dug holes and buried them under garbage. Who knows how many are there now? Back during the bubble, we got one every month. Or so I was told. Since I became chief, there's only been 3.
Damn. Arakawa the assassin.
Dun dun!
But there's one more secret rule. It applies to anyone the Arakawa bring here alive.
A secret within the secret. Great.
What happens if they bring someone alive?
We're supposed to give the person medical aid, then let them go free, while pretending they're dead.
What's up with that?
In the criminal underworld, there's always people wanting to fake their own death. Gamblers, guys on the run, anyone who's afraid someone will hurt them. They send people like that here, and we honor the secret agreement. I think it might actually be a service the Arakawa family provides, but obviously they don't advertise it.
Yeah, if only 3 people
So it
have
ended up
ever
being
requested to
very
hide a body.
relevant.
Is that agreement why you saved me? This live body rule?
You got it.
What sort of guy dropped me off here?
I mean, probably just someone from the family. I had no reason to check or anything. The guy lugged you out of the trunk of a car. You were covered in blood. He paid me and left. Didn't say a single thing the whole time.
I'm sorry, Ichi.
Oh my gosh.
You have to die.
We're gonna
I'm
see the
counting
scene of him
on you,
shooting us like 50 times.
What the? After Arakawa-san shot me, I think he said something. I think it was... I'm counting on
Crime Dad!
Ichi.
Crime Dad!
What would that even mean?
No clue. But the more I think about it, the more I'm sure he said that.
Look, Ichiban.
What?
I don't want to dash your hopes or anything. But when you were dumped here, you were on death's doorstep. You're only alive because everything I did went exactly the way
But maybe he knew you were there, Namba.
But it could have easily gone a different
That's
way.
the twist.
I know you want to trust Arakawa, but
He kidnapped your brother, so you would be in the homeless
Arakawa-san
camp.
had to shoot me.
Whoops.
All the other Yakuza at that meeting were watching him.
huh?
Never mind.
Oh my gosh.
You don't get it. Forget I said it.
People, I think Crime Dad is playing some 4-dimensional chess here. I think I was just talking about 4-dimensional chess. I don't remember if it was on stream or not. But I do remember describing it. Was it on stream I was talking about four-dimensional chess? Does anyone remember? But I guess it's chess where there's like, or no, five-dimensional, that's it. Five-dimensional chess, there's like different dimensions and like alternate timelines and stuff of like if moves have or haven't happened. It seems very bananas. Like just looking at it, I'm like, I already just have quit. I've just already quit looking at this, but I feel like I should watch someone play it. I feel like I would enjoy a well done stream of somebody who actually understands how to play it. Crime Dad has 18 years to come up with a plan. Yeah, that is true. He has been
Watch me.
he's had quite a while to work on it.
Eyes on me.
Come on now!
Here we go. I'm ready now.
Everyone's weak to her popsicle. Like it's like the most effective thing I have in this whole game. Did he account for the extra 3 years? Yeah. I know, was that also part of the plan?
I got this.
See, now I feel like something really crazy is gonna happen. Like I feel like it's gonna be like, oh, it turns out that the whole time he was in jail, like everything was plotted out by Arakawa-san, Crime Dad. He was supposed to stay there an extra few years. Like I feel like just something crazy is gonna happen. Like, oh, yeah, he shot you, but he knew Namba, the best nurse, was gonna be there to heal you because he's the one that, you know, somehow caused Namba to be an undercover homeless person. You know what I mean? Like there's some like crazy just chain of events that must have happened. Yes, multi-dimensional chess does require so many things to fall into place. Don't hit me. Oh, that was... Yeah, so I don't know. I think Crime Dad is just on a different level than the rest of us mortals. And has been this whole time. Whoops, this is not... Let me see where I'm supposed to be going here. I think I'm supposed to be going over here. Over here. Over here. I'm like never gonna like go from point A to point B smoothly in this game. I don't know why. I didn't play enough 3D games as a child. That's not true. I don't know what my excuse is.
Watch me.
You're gonna get stomped.
Take your best shot.
Bring it on.
Check this out.
Here we go. I'm ready now.
I'm up.
I'm not backing down.
Cool.
Right. This ought to help.
Let's go.
There we go. There we go. Actually, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna BRB in like 2 minutes. Excuse me. I'm gonna put up my little BRB screen. I will BRB. All right. You know what's funny? I forgot I actually made that little BRB. I think there's no sound on it. I completely forgot that I had at one point, I don't know what I thought I was going to do with that, where I was going to have like an overlay where I'm not there, but you can see my chair. I don't know. I've done so much stuff on this stream, you know, it's kind of funny to think about kind of over time the stuff I've done, you know, like I used to always have the green screen, the virtual green screen. Which sometimes I kind of miss. Like, I don't know. I can never decide how I feel about the look of a green screen. I stopped using it because it was causing some, like, audio syncing issues, but I've considered getting an actual green screen or starting to use that software again. Just because the only thing about having the room is it does kind of block essential parts of the screen sometimes. And it is kind of funny too, you know, I've noticed people that play a lot of JRPGs, you know, you can't really be like on the bottom corner, because it's always where your health bars are. Man, I don't even know what part of town this is in. All right, here it is. The fateful time. I don't know if I'm ready for this, honestly. We'll see if we have to fight any more tigers.
I went ahead and got started.
You sure you don't mind treating me?
What? Are you actually able to pay?
Wish I could, but I don't think they'd take this.
You don't sound like you're gonna relax during this meeting.
Depends on what you say. Hopefully I'll relax enough to enjoy the duck.
The duck is murder.
So, how do you know Arakawa-san? I'm on the edge of my seat here.
It wasn't long after the war the counterfeit bills started being produced in Ijincho. It was top secret. Only the heads of the Seiryu clan and the Liumang, plus some officers, knew about it. Outside of that inner circle, they also had to hire people to smuggle the bills.
Smugglers?
And one of them was a traveling actor. His name was Toshio Arakawa. He was Masumi Arakawa's father.
Dun dun!
What?
Yes, the very beginning of the game! In case you forgot, this is how this game started.
He lost an entire
Who's hungry?
suitcase filled with a
For murder.
fake yen. No excuse in the world could have saved him. A mistake that grave required the Seiryu clan to make an example.
Oh, dang. Oh, yeah, we never knew he got murdered. He just got shot in the beginning of the game.
But remember, only a few people at the top even knew about the counterfeiting. It wasn't a task they could hand to just anybody. So I, being next in line to inherit the clan, was entrusted to carry it out.
So did you...
Oh, dang, you see the dude that shot Arakawa's dad?
Yes. I killed Toshio Arakawa.
Oh,
father
dang!
of Masumi Arakawa. In this very place. 40 years ago. But I had no idea who was in the room with my target. By the time I learned it was his 14-year-old son.
Oh, no!
It was too late. I had to go through with the hit, knowing this boy would see his father die. To make my guilt even worse, later I found out why Toshio lost the fake bills.
Oh, no!
His wife and her lover had stolen them.
Oh, yeah, because his mom sucked. Remember, she was like, I'm gonna cut you in the face. Oh, she did cut him in the face. That's why he has that scar.
So Arakawa-san lost both his parents. one after the other.
Dang.
And his only other friends, the theater troupe, disbanded soon after without their
And the
leader.
theater troupe disbanded.
Masumi
Oh no.
Arakawa became a drifter, along with a few other actors. They couldn't trust anyone, so what other path was there for them, except becoming Yakuza in Kamurocho? Arakawa joined a low-ranking family in the Tojo clan called the Hikawa family. Life wasn't easy for him there. They were the kind of family that took hits without thinking twice.
Really?
Yes, so they were always in need of ways to dispose of a body. Masumi Arakawa was tapped to help with that, and he was extremely cautious. To do it, he started coming all the way to the homeless camp in Ijincho.
I know. Theater troops.
Even
The
though
mystery.
The family was based in Tokyo? Why?
Well, truthfully, he wanted an excuse to come to Yokohama, because it would afford him opportunities to hunt his father's killer.
I see. So Arakawa-san was using the homeless camp to dispose of bodies all the way back then.
Indeed. As for his hunt, he researched Yakuza and criminals every time he was here. All he started with was a single clue. His own childhood memory of the suspicious waiter he saw here.
Oh dang.
Eventually, 7 years after the murder, I received an invitation to come here. He signed his invitation Masumi Arakawa. It was a bold
Dang, that's a
operation,
flex.
and I knew immediately the running would be futile. So I came here, alone. I didn't even bring a bodyguard.
Why the hell not?
Well, to put it simply,
Oh my
I was
gosh.
prepared to die.
But, I mean,
In this line of work, there are no good ways to die. And I can think of worse ways to go that would not give that boy the justice he'd earned. The memory of what I'd done to him never left me, you know. It was always like a small bone stuck in my throat. He was sitting right where you are now.
here?
This is such a weird energy to be like, I
Yes.
murdered your crime dad's
He
dad.
didn't look a day
Your
over
crime
20.
grandpa, if you will,
But his
in this
eyes
very
had that
seat.
Hard, flinty gaze.
That's why I've asked you to come sit in this chair.
I couldn't help myself. I told him everything. I told him why I killed Toshio Arakawa. I even told him about the secret counterfeiting.
Yeah, just
I figured I was dead anyway.
tell him everything. Why not? At this point.
He had a gun in his hand, and all he had to do was pull the trigger. But he never once interrupted me. When I'd finished, he slowly stood up. I stopped him as he turned to leave. "Didn't you come here for revenge?" I asked.
And? What did he say?
He said, "If only you had ignored my invitation, then I could have shot you in the back." Then he left.
Boss.
Dang.
In 1984, the 10,000 yen bill changed from the face of Prince Shotoku to Yukichi Fukuzawa. By that time, Arakawa had found his own Yakuza family, so I sent him a gift.
What was it?
Arakawa is just stone cold and classy. That's
A
like
fresh batch of crisp,
every
fake
story and everything we
bills
learn about him.
featuring Yukichi Fukuzawa. They were defective prints with nothing on the back. Not exactly legal tender.
Then, how was that a gift?
It's hard to explain. If I had to say, it was out of gratitude.
Sure, but for what?
I should have died that day I met with Arakawa. would have been right. And yet he spared me. Not only that, but he lifted a terrible weight from my chest. Furthermore, it's not an exaggeration to say the equilibrium among the E-Gene 3 continues to this day because of him.
Wow.
I owe him an unfathomable debt. And one day I must pay it back. The defective bills were how I chose to communicate the sentiment. The counterfeiting secret is Ijincho's weakness. And it was only thanks to Arakawa that the E-Gene 3 could continue to secretly wield that power. But of course, that means if he ever feels like it was a mistake to let me live, he can use the fake bills to unravel everything I've built.
Ooh.
The gift wasn't the bills themselves. They were leverage.
It's a symbol. It's like the Kabuki theater. It's a symbol.
I actually wrote something on the back to that effect. Neither justice nor mercy should tip the scale.
Oh, that's the name of this
It means
chapter.
that those in power must reward and punish where necessary. I felt it was an appropriate message. I suppose the writing is faded at this point.
Whoa. So that's the whole story.
Up till this moment. But now I'm sitting across from a man holding one of those fake bills. Which, of course, is a message from Arakawa that only I could understand. The message is, Masumi Arakawa sees you as a beloved family member.
Arakawa-san thinks of me as family.
Oh my gosh, I know so much
Place that
symbolism.
bill in your pocket.
This is out of control.
You see its significance now? After everything I've told you? There is almost no doubt in my mind that Arakawa did not want you killed. So he didn't shoot you out of malice. He shot you.
I know, right? It's
brought
amazing.
here, saved by the homeless, and eventually made up with me. Do you see? That's everything I can tell you.
That's plenty. Thank you, Chairman. I see it all now. I always kind of figured.
You did? Well, it's your move now. I've only told you what I know, so...
It's okay. That's enough. I
Oh,
trust you.
new friend.
Well, I don't hear that often.
New friend.
Yeah, neither do I. Not even from my friends. But those friends are trustworthy to me. And so are you. I believe everything you said.
Oh my
And
gosh.
my faith in Arakawa-san is coming
Crime
back strong.
Dad! Yes! Yes!
Because
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew Crime Dad would come back to us.
a blood relative of Arakawa's?
No.
Nah, he's just my crime
It's
dad.
not good.
I see. Well, he must have been happy to have such loyalty as yours. As proud as any father, I think.
Alright, whoops, I totally loaded the wrong save. That's okay, I'll fix stop stream. We'll keep going in the plot.
Nagatacho has been rocked.
Unless y'all want to watch me do a sweet reload.
Due to illness. Long a central figure in politics, Ogikubo was
Cloud
the
saves,
Prime Minister's
baby.
last ally in keeping Parliament together.
An election shall be held to reaffirm the will of the people. I look forward to a new Citizens Liberal Party and a new cabinet.
The Prime Minister made more shockwaves later that day. In the afternoon, he announced he would appoint Ryo Aoki to Ogikubo's now vacant post. Aoki will be the first sitting governor
Dun dun.
to also serve as the ruling party's chair. This bold move is sure to have ripple effects.
I feel like I need to have a chart, like one of those like big like post-it note things behind me with all the character names and like the relationships to one another to refer to for you all. But
How are
also
you
for
feeling,
myself.
former
Yeah,
champion?
so the young master is
Surely
trying to
the
take
governor of
over
Tokyo can read.
as the governor
My sign
of
says
Tokyo,
no
which,
visitors.
for reasons they explain, is the most powerful position in Japan.
Suddenly rules are important.
More
to you.
powerful than the prime minister. I don't remember why,
Shouldn't you
but
concern yourself with the rules you've already
his
broken?
evil plot
For
is to
example,
become the governor of
counterfeit.
Tokyo.
Your crimes put the entire national economy at risk.
Dun
You know how
dun.
many lives were saved by what you call a crime? Hundreds. Any politician can say they built a road or passed a law. But how many can say they caught people who fell through the cracks? You think you're talented enough to do that in my stead?
Oh, I've got plenty of talents. I just use them very differently compared to you. For example, I managed to fit your downfall into my already very busy schedule.
Oh, that's a burn.
Governor is the party chair. Nothing could be more
I
ripe for
managed to
corruption.
put
Oh,
your
everything
downfall
I'm gonna
into
do
my
will be
busy
labeled
schedule.
scandalous.
I want to say that to
Withered women
somebody.
like you. But by next year, Japan will have a new standard.
You know, if they deserve
and it
it.
will have been written by me.
Like, that's a sick burn, man.
Spoken like a true amateur.
Amateur, huh? Let me ask you. Do you remember my first election 10 years ago? I asked you for the Citizens Liberal Party endorsement. You insulted me. Your exact words were, Bleach Japan is a bunch of kids playing
Oh, he
at
insulted
politics."
Bleach Japan.
Your home district is Kanagawa's second. Isn't that right? I'm happy to tell you, Bleach Japan will be running a candidate there in the next election cycle. And he'll have the Citizens Liberal Party's ringing endorsement. So, how does it feel to have everything taken from you by a bunch of kids?
Uh-oh.
Our
Is he gonna die
candidate's
from
victory in
this?
Kanagawa's District 2 is all but certain.
I totally feel like he's gonna
So
die
I've
from
come up with
this.
a plan for taking out the trash in Ijincho. Of course, we'll probably lose half the population.
Are you calling the people of Ijincho trash?
I'm calling them disposable.
Pardon me?
What did you... People who fell through
The way I
cracks?
understand linear time, that's what happens anyway.
Can't you see that's their own fault for becoming so dependent on the gray zones? They're responsible for maintaining their home, and they failed. That's what makes them disposable. But I must be going. As I said, I've got a busy schedule. Happy retirement, my former chair. I truly wish that...
Oh my gosh, is he like having a heart attack?
I hope you'll visit Ijincho after its beautiful new developments are complete.
Oh my gosh.
You'll hardly recognize it. And I can't wait to see
Lean
the
in and
look on
whisper
your
in the
face
ear.
when
Yeah,
you
that's
see
the
it.
power move. This remix is fire. Yes, it is. Oh man, I thought it was gonna be like murdered by words, literally. Beep, 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 beep.
So, it's your hideout?
Oh, Jow.
Yep, go ahead. Make yourself at home.
I'd love to, but, where could I even do that?
Yes. The square footage of this place leaves something to be
Wow,
desired.
just insult it right in front of the dude that owns it, why don't you?
Me. I'm hearing some pretty high standards for a couple of pad crashes.
Yeah. Back in my day, a week ago, we lived on a mattress together.
Mama-san gave us
In a
permission.
brothel.
Who the hell says no to Jungi Han when he has to stay the night?
Who indeed?
I mean, it's freaking Jungi Han.
Hey, where are the rest of your people now that Komi Jewel HQ is gone?
We need some
They're
karaoke,
fixing the
yeah.
surveillance system.
I'll try to be less terrible
It'll
at
take
it.
some time for it to be fully restored.
Well, I get why Jun Gihan is staying here, since his place is a pile of ashes. What's Zhao's excuse?
It's not like I could just keep living in Qingchen after stepping down from the Liumeng. Wouldn't have sent the right message. So,
yeah, how long? I don't know. I have no idea how long it's been since Ichi's been out of jail. It's been
Maybe
like
because information collects what people do. And this group does seem to be in the know.
2 weeks, maybe? That all of this has taken place.
What happened to Bleach Japan? Did the police ever put a stop to all that craziness?
The police? Kasuga-kun, haven't you seen the news?
No, I haven't had the time.
Well, Bleach Japan's reputation in Ijincho, hell, all of Japan, is golden after the Komijul thing.
What?
Oh yeah, you wouldn't believe the headlines. Despite peril, brave Bleach Japan topples Komijul gang.
Oh.
Grassroots org achieves what police never could.
They don't know
Shit like
that Bleach Japan is whack.
Wow, great journalism. No spin at all.
That's not even the worst of it. The reports say that Komijul committed arson during its fight with Bleach Japan. And in the blaze, Bleach Japan director Ogasawara perished.
He's dead?
Wait, what happened? He was definitely alive after the fire. That's when we interrogated
He was definitely
Yeah,
alive.
Then the Omi Alliance rescued him. Why would he be... Wait, did they?
Yes, they probably killed him. I had that thought right away. At least he died the way he wanted to. As a hero
He
of the revolution.
died doing what he loved.
That guy? A hero?
He died the way he lived.
Because he squawked like a bird when you interrogated him. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, you remember, like, the interrogation was him just telling us his life story.
Honestly,
For no
it's a
reason.
brilliant move, making it look like he
It's like, we'll
died
make you talk, and he was like, actually,
No crime reports.
been meaning to get
cops
this
and
off my
doctors
chest.
wouldn't bat an eye. And Bleach Japan gets a nice, tragic death to go on about.
Damn. I wish we'd picked a fight with dumber enemies.
But what can we do? Go to the police and explain?
No,
how
everybody
we
is playing
abducted
chess on
Ogasawara?
chess on chess.
What would be the point? Half the force is on Mabuchi's payroll. No, they would just book our asses.
So Aoki has everyone marching along to his little tune. All in step.
Young master.
Okay, Bleach Japan's got us by the short hairs there. But what about the fact they were trespassing on Komijul
Got us by the
property?
short hairs.
Wow.
That's
They must have
colorful.
figured the public would think the ends justified the means.
That's
You're
not
right.
wholesome, Namba.
The public thinks Bleach Japan is the hero of this story. The police will never prosecute them for trespassing.
At this rate, the Komijul and the Liumeng are going to be extinct in Ijincho. And people like you who give us shelter will be an endangered species. I wish I didn't have to say this, but I suggest you make other living arrangements.
I can't. I'm waiting for someone to contact me here.
Who?
Arakawa-san, he's about to go all in with his next gamble. When that happens, you'll need strong allies.
More than he's already got?
I can't say anymore. I'm sorry.
Mitsu.
I'll be in touch.
Mitsu. Forgot we saw him again. Remember when I thought Adachi was Mitsu when we first saw
But isn't
him?
Masumi
I was like, what happened to
Arakawa
this
the man
dude?
who shot you?
The boss wasn't trying to kill me. He shot me so
He
I could
shot me
live.
so I could live.
Sorry, but don't you think that's still kind of fucked
Thank
up?
you.
It's a long story. Buy me a beer sometime
They're like
and
a
I'll tell you.
dysfunctional family.
Right
A
now,
dysfunctional
we've
mob
got you on
family.
team. We need to get shit done. Now, we need to stock up on
And someone
money.
from a different crime
Because
family is
nobody knows
like,
what the hell will happen next.
that's a little,
That's for sure.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a very nice crime dad move. Whoa, what? Oh, what? That's awesome. I did not actually think he was going to join the party. The city's villains grow ever more powerful. Be on the lookout as you may encounter formidable, never-before-seen foes to fill up my Suji decks. That was actually another thing I did off-stream was I went back to the Suji decks guy to turn in the Sujimon I had collected. It was not worth it. He gave me like a potion, or you know, whatever potions are in this game, for turning in 100. It was disappointing. Okay, let's toughen him up against Bleeding, Fear, Rage, and Silence. It's almost as if these tougher enemies that we're going to encounter are going to impose these status effects on us. Oh man. All right, folks. I think I'm gonna actually call it here. This is like this was kind of an oops all story stream, but I feel like this is actually a pretty good stopping point, because I think the next few streams I do on this game are going to be a little longer. I think, I could be wrong, I think I don't have that much longer to go. I think I'm in the last quarter maybe of the game at this point, depending on how many side quests I do. So I'm gonna kind of get through the story and get through the rest of the game going into next year, and then I'll ask on Discord. So those of you that aren't on Discord, be sure to hop on there, kind of what my next games will be. I might like mix it up a little. I might get on tomorrow. I'll announce if I do, but if not, I hope everyone has an awesome New Year's Eve. Be safe. Happy New Year. Set your good intentions for 2021, and I'll see you all around.